What's up, Wargamers? It's Inquisitor Nathan here today, and I just want to say, in making this video, here's the thing. Like, I did want to make this video because of some stuff I'd seen, and then I said stuff and I made jokes, and I feel like the point was put across, and then I didn't want to make the video anymore, but then I saw something else. I'm like, I gotta make this a video, so here we go. All right, so anyway, what I'm talking about, I want to just say, first of all, that this has to do with the recent post and the jokes I made about the one of the Spikey Bits posts that came out about what was released at Nova. If you didn't see the Spikey Bits headline or article, if you will, then I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen right now. So go ahead and you can take a look at that and see there is a headline that says new race or something like that going to be revealed, you know, by GW or by Pete Foley. And I knew it was clickbait, but I clicked on it anyway because I'm like, what is this latest brand of bullshit? I mean, I just have to see, like, I want to know what he's saying. So I clicked it, of course, click, and I read the article, and I come to find out that in this article, all it's saying is that Pete Foley, during one of the Q&As at Nova Open, said that he would like to see a new race in the future in 40K, or a new faction, or something like that. But that's all he said. And as you guys saw there with the title of that article, there was a female Arbites officer pictured there. Now, here's the thing with this whole goofiness, okay? When I got into the hobby, I had heard people talk about, and even when I was at the LVO, oh, you know, like, it's so ridiculous, like the Spikey Bits guys, and it's just a bunch of clickbait, and the language is foul, and the things they do on the channel are just goofy, and the
bare breast is not an unusual thing on my stream.
Bare breast is not an unusual thing on my stream.
Like the fake gangster stuff.
He is killing it, brother. Yeah.
Sorry, Kenny. You know, people were saying that kind of stuff, and whatever. I hadn't met these guys. I don't know what they're about. I saw their channels. I got more into Games Workshop. I got more into you know, the products and the wargaming and everything else, and got to know who they were, and really sort of came into my own for the hobby. Then I did realize that yes, you know, what this is and what these guys are doing is just pure clickbait. It's kind of bullshit. It kind of sucks for the community a little bit. So it's like, you know, I've heard sometimes Rob talk about, or somebody talk about, oh, you know, people hate us, and, you know, like, oh, well, and, or like, you know, I don't know why everybody just gets so pissed off and why people hate us. But, you know. 'Cause hate is all the world even seen lately. But, here's the thing. People hate that Spikey Bits posts all this clickbaity content and this bullshit content, because like I said, it's sort of toxic for the community. And look, Rob Bear, the thing is, Bobby Bear, can I call you Bobby Bear? If you just want to make those kinds of headlines, articles, get the clicks and get the ad money, and that's all you want to do, and you've come out and said that before, or you come out and say that now, I guess whatever. But, I mean, you gotta admit, that's why people get irritable, and they kind of have like a little bit of a reason to be irritated by that. Just a skosh, right? Just a skosh. It's kind of annoying, and I see why GW doesn't like it. It makes sense to why GW, you know, has a grudge, and I know there's other history there. I've done research into that. I've talked to people about that as well. So I know there's other history there, but again, it's not like you're doing anything to help or improve that situation, and with major media, with major game media and everything else, having a good relationship with the company that makes the game that we play, that we love and enjoy, can only be a good thing. At least that's my take on it. So anyway, I put up that post, and I made some jokes, and I even made a meme. Again, sorry about that. You know, the jokes are in good fun. But also, there has to be a hint of truth for comedy to work, right? So there definitely is there. And the thing is that after that was done, somebody in that comment thread had mentioned that there was a live stream on the Kenny Boucher's live stream, the Next Level Painting, that he had made mention of something about Nova. And then I also saw that there is a new video that Rob put out talking about the basically updates on this lawsuit, the $65 million lawsuit against GW, which again, in and of itself, okay, whatever. Like, you need to post some content, you want to dig some stuff up, okay. But it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's non-news. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. It's totally ridiculous. You know, it's drumming it up for the sake of doing it. It's just kind of creating a story. And that's sad because you're doing the thing that all of us in our generation, you know, I'm 31 and everybody following us is getting into new media now and seeing things on YouTube and following the stuff they like on YouTube. And yes, there are biased sides to that as well. But new media is growing and the old media is not growing as much because for that simple reason. You know, we've grown up to not trust that. It's fake. The professionalism is fake. They're manufacturing stories. So all that lawsuit thing is, to me, is just a manufactured story. It's just silly. I digress. So the video came up about that. He was talking in that video about some things like just the you know, previous article and things, and the stuff that were said. I'm like, oh man, you know, I've got to correct this again. Like I was there, you know, I actually was in the Q&A with Pete Foley, and you know, so I wrote a comment, and actually Rob responded back and he said, Nate Moran can't get enough of the Spikey Bits. Yeah, you know, the Inquisitor, man, what can I say? Like, it's an Inquisitor thing. We're kind of masochists, we're gluttons for punishment, so I think that's maybe what was going on. I don't know. I'll talk to my therapist. But anyway, again, I'm digressing. So we get back to this original point. I made the comment, he responded back, okay, cool, I made a meme. The meme kind of blew up on the Facebook group for 40K. It was funny, whatever. Like I said, though, then I had also read that comment about Kenny Boucher's live stream, the Next Level Painting, and that he was saying some stuff that, like, the Spikey Bits guys and Rob were banned from Nova. I'm like, wait a second. Now, in the live stream, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and put it up. So, here we go. Boom.
That's where I'm going to need your information. Or if your address changed or whatever. Okay, so let's just recap real quick before we finish out on some whip so I can see all your guys' work. So today, we fixed the blue whore with a paintbrush and had to match our airbrush because we got some overspray on him by accident. And we worked on his base. And you're going to see the way the base looks. Here's Armand right here. Yeah, we're going to do it next Tuesday. Rob is feeling a lot better in this ogre. He's still a little sick. Still one more name. I am indeed going to be making an appearance October 7th. I'll be in Temecula doing a painting class in person. CJ, appreciate it, homie. Sin for game. Good night. All right. So let's go back to the whip gallery. See what you guys are working on. Here's Nurgle Thulu, great unclean one, whip. Clip hot. I don't think Rob was at Nova. There was sort of a newsletter that indirectly banned him from Nova, so he didn't go. Nurgathulu, great unclean one, whip. Absolutely love this. Fucking dope. Raw Dog. Thank you, man. I love that name. You're my hero. You know, I painted one of these back in the day, and I never took a picture of it. Like, I think I have like one picture floating around. So butthurt. I love that Forge World Mini. Forge NG, yeah, man. The new, Nova newsletter came out like a day before the tournament, or 2 days, 48 hours before the tournament, and said you would be removed from Nova. You would be escorted off the premises if you were caught taking pictures in the GW preview. Rob had 3 tickets out for his entire crew to that preview. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's common knowledge. That's not, like, especially for the people who are keeping the books at the event. You know, maybe some backdoor rivalries. So basically, you put out a newsletter retroactively applying a rule to all ticket purchases, targeting one person. Like, I call him like I see him. You guys know me. Like, I wasn't fooled by that. Well, that's what Rob does, right? You know what I mean? That's like his job.
All right, so anyway, I put that up there. You guys just saw what he just said, right? So I emailed Mike Brandt and Lori Brandt and the Nova team about filming and interviewing and what we're able to do with that, because I wanted to make sure I'm doing it right. Mainly because we're kind of like, we're nobody. I mean, we're small. Our cast is small. We got a little bit of subscribers and followers. Our Facebook's doing very well. It's steadily growing. We're trying to grow our YouTube channel as well also. But, I wanted to make sure we're doing everything right and correct. And in no uncertain terms, I got the answer back that they had, initially from Lori Brandt, that they had certain agreements in place with Games Workshop where we wouldn't be allowed to do any filming or taking pictures for the releases and announcements from GW. And, that was just how it was. That was a thing that it is. I've got those emails. Hey, let's look at one of those emails. All right, and then of course we have the Nova Open newsletter. Kenny said the Nova Open newsletter dropped 48 hours before the event happened, basically as a gotcha tactic. Well, first of all, that doesn't make sense for a few reasons. But first of which is that if you're going to be going to the event, you're going to be doing media. And all the time I hear, Kenny or whoever it is saying, we're professionals. Okay, well, did you contact anyone at the event about what, the protocols are and what you're supposed to do for filming and doing media and interviews or anything like that? Did you do that first? I feel that I shouldn't have to say that, but again, that you're like, well, no, they just dropped a newsletter 48 hours, man, and dog, this was like, it was a gotcha thing. Like 48 hours beforehand, we couldn't do anything about it. Like, dude, stop. That is so ridiculous. That's just so ridiculous. Again, like I said, you guys saw the email. I had contact with them. I knew what to do. We knew how to handle everything. And then, he goes on to say in this clip that, they basically, that's Rob's job, and they basically directed it at one person. Well, not only does my email prove that it wasn't directed at just one person, and in fact, I think Laura used the words, I even asked, because I didn't know, because again, we're small, maybe that some people are allowed to have permission. I didn't know, so I actually asked that question, and she said, no, it's the same for everybody. Again, we got to abide by those things. Perfectly acceptable. If that's how it is, that's how it is, and that's the parameters that you operate in. You don't then go and attack the event organizers in the event and say that they specifically were picking on you, like bullying you, I guess, and then banned you from the event, because that is not what happened at all. They weren't banned from the event. Now, I don't know if there's a particularly good reception at some places in the community, but that goes back to what I was saying earlier. If the only person who can change that is you. The only person who can fix that and make that better, is you and how you operate and conduct yourself in that business. So I don't think there's really much else to say about that. But yes, so as far as the when I watched the whole thing on Twitch, I'm just like, this is, dude, first of all, Kenny, that's straight up bullshit. And, again, I'm nobody, and this is just my opinion. This is just coming from me. This is coming from nobody else. But I think that to be the bigger man here would be the right thing to do would be to apologize to the Nova Open and who you called out, because nobody was banned, nobody was shit, you know, and maybe even apologizing for trying to misrepresent what Pete Foley was saying in that article. I mean, again, you guys are going to do what you want, and you're probably just going to be like, no, this guy, who are you? Like, stop talking about us, you know, you idiot. But that's fine, that's cool. I just, the thing is, in going to these events and meeting these people and developing these relationships and what I consider to be friendships, I know that these are all good people with good intentions. They really care about the hobby. They put on a fantastic event. The Nova Open raised over $50,000 for charity. I mean, that's awesome. The whole thing was so much fun. It was such a blast. Like, if you guys just trust me, if you're able to get to Washington, D.C. for the next Nova Open for 2018, do it. It is a fantastic, super great event. You know, a theme for that event is family, and they hit the nail on the head. They did fantastic with their event organization and running. The 40K GT was run very well. We just did, you know, our podcast with the winner of that, Andrew Gagno, and Quirk from Mini Wargaming joined us, so that was super cool. But like I'm saying here, you know, getting back to the topic on point, I really just think that was uncalled for. It was unnecessary, and I think the right thing to do would be to apologize. Apologize.
Brian, get a picture of Mr. Marsh apologizing. Ready to go, sir. Kiss it. Huh? Apologize. Kiss it. You want me to kiss your... That's right, apologize. Okay, I'll, see here. Apologize.
But yeah, anyway, so that's my piece. That's my 2 cents. I had to get this out there. I wanted to say how I really felt about all this stuff. And because there was a couple things that happened, you know, after the fact, those first 2 things, I think that it bared the importance of making a video about it. So here it is, and Spikey Bits and crew, Kenny Boucher, Rob Bear. You guys can do with all that what you will, but it would be super awesome if you're like, you know what, yeah, hey, that was kind of, what we did was sort of messed up, so we're going to go ahead and just apologize. Inquisitor out.